Hello everyone, my name is Mini Sethi. I hope you all are staying healthy. Today we are going to talk about theories of dualism. We will see social dualism theory, technological dualism theory and financial dualism theory. First of all, we will see social dualism theory. Social dualism theory given by economist J.H. Bouguer. According to him, underdeveloped country has permanent coexistence and clashes between two sectors. First, Western modern sector, and this is capital intensive sector and imported from abroad. That means this sector believe import from developed countries, and this sector has unlimited needs and their main motive is earning profit and they use advanced technology. On the other hand, Eastern traditional sector, indigenous sector, that means this sector are connected with their ancestor land and they have limited need, self-sufficient, but they have unorganized labor. This theory explains characteristics of Eastern sector. Limited need. They have limited need. That's why once their basic needs satisfied, they prefer rest. That's the reason they have backward bending supply curve. That means initially when wages increase, working hour also increase. But after some time period at wages increase, working hour fall because they prefer rest. That's why they have backward bending labor supply curve. Social need over individual need. That means they prefer social prestige over individual gain. Lack of profit motive. Their activities are not driven by profit motive. Self sufficiency. That means they produce for direct consumption rather than sale in market or earn profit. But they have unorganized labor. That means their labor don't have a discipline and a mobility. But why clashes between a Western modern sector and traditional Eastern sector? Because the traditional sector have old way of doing things, but modern sector have a new way of doing things. They copy Western culture through import. These two sectors are like oil and water. That means they cannot mix each other. They can't help each other to grow. No doubt these two sectors exist simultaneously, but with little bit connection and dependency on each other. Criticism. According to this theory, traditional sector have limited want. No, traditional sector don't have limited wants. Their wants are expanding. Traditional sector not always have unorganized labor. They also have organized labor. This is no different theory. This theory just explain difference between modern and traditional sector. Some economists criticize this theory oversimplify concept of traditional and modern sector. Government play important role for shaping society, but this theory ignore role of government. Now we will see technological dualism theory. This theory is given by Professor Benjamin Egan and explain problem of unemployment and underemployment in developing countries. And this theory describe two sector with the different production function and different factor endowments. First is modern sector. They have large scale industries like mines, plantation, and they have export oriented sector. They use capital intensive technology often imported from other countries, and there is a fixed technical coefficient. That means they have a limited possibility to substitute capital for labor. Traditional sector include agriculture sector, handicraft, small scale and family run industries. They use labor intensive and traditional technology, but they have variable technical coefficient. That means they allow substitution between labor and capital at certain time period, but they have problem of disguise unemployment and low productivity. What are bases of dualism according to technological dualism theory? Bases of dualism are difference in production function. Modern sector production need import from other countries and they require fixed high ratio of capital to labor. But traditional sector use variable low ratio of capital to labor. Second thing, difference in resources endowment. Modern sector are capital rich sector as compared to traditional sector. They need few labor at per unit of capital. But traditional sector are labor rich sector as compared to modern and they have lack of capital. What are consequences of technological dualism? Unemployment. Modern sector are capital intensive sector. Plus, they have fixed technical coefficient. That's why they cannot provide employment to growing a population, which lead to structural unemployment. Second thing, surplus labor cannot find a job in modern sector. That's why in traditional sector so many people are working, which lead to disguised unemployment. That means their marginal productivity is zero. For example, in order to work in particular land, we only need five people, but whole 10 member of family are working. Difference between 10 and 5 is 5. These 5 people are actually not giving contribution in land. Their marginal productivity is zero. It will be called disguised unemployment. And traditional sector mostly face problem of disguised unemployment. Now let's see criticism of technological dualism theory. According to this theory, modern and traditional sector are two separate sectors. No, these sectors have interdependence. For example, modern sector depend on traditional sector for labor. According to this theory, marginal productivity of labor is zero in traditional sector, but this is not always true. This theory don't talk about informal sector. Lewis talks about informal sector. Informal sector also very important. We can achieve development by improving productivity of traditional sector, but this theory ignore this. According to this theory, there is fixed technological coefficient in modern sector, but this is not always true. This theory talks about disguised unemployment, underemployment, but don't try to solve this problem. Don't give any suggestion to solve this problem. According to this theory, modern sector import technology from other countries, but this theory don't talk about domestic innovation. Domestic innovation can also lead to development. Now we will see financial dualism theory. This theory is given by Professor Hala Mind. According to this theory, there are two different sectors in single economy, especially in underdeveloped country. First sector, organize a formal money market. This sector have high degree of regulation. For example, commercial bank, central bank, insurance company, investment companies develop a financial institution. This sector regulated by government and central bank. There is a low and uniform interest rate, and this sector serve a modern urban business sector and large and more established firm. But access is very difficult for small sector due to requirement of collateral. Second is unorganized informal money market. This sector is completely unregulated and depend on personal trust and local custom. For example, money lender, indigenous bankers, trader, landlord, shopkeeper, friends, relative. There is a high interest rate due to high risk and lack of collateral requirement. And there mainly landlord have monopoly, and a shortage of saving due to less income and more spending. And this sector mainly serve traditional rural and agriculture sector. Those can't go to formal sector due to collateral requirement. What are consequences of financial dualism? Misallocation of resources, but how? Capital is cheaper and abundant in organized sector, while scarce and expensive in unorganized sector, eventually lead to misallocation of resources. High interest rate in traditional sector. Due to high interest rate, investment fall. As investment fall, output, employment, income also fall. That's the reason traditional sector remain backward. Ineffective monetary policy. No doubt monetary policy is very effective in organized formal sector, but it has little impact on large informal unorganized sector. This structure is in the favor of modern urban sector, but not in the favor of traditional sector. Criticism of financial dualism, oversimplification, description. Some economists say this theory oversimplify concept of organized and unorganized money market. According to this theory, organized and unorganized money market are separate, but in actually they are connected with each other. This theory ignore institution and social factor. According to this theory, lender have monopoly in informal sector, but in reality they are facing competition. This theory focus on more interest rate differences between sector and ignore total cost of credit. So this is all about today's video. I think you got it, and thank you so much for watching this video. Bye, take care.